or reduce hours, because the longer that they stay open without the staff that they need to do the job, the more money that they're losing. We all know that the cost of doing business in the Virgin Islands continues to go up. The pandemic didn't help it. With the pandemic and all of its costs to have PPEs in place, hand sanitizer, plexiglass here, there, and everywhere, other costs have gone up as well. For instance, it now costs a lot more to bring a container here. The logistics to get goods here costs more. Some of our businesses can't get what they need to give to you or to sell to you as a consumer because the supply chain is broken. When the supply chain is broken, that's money that's lost. It's costing them now more to get it here or to find another source. On top of all of that, they don't have the workforce that they need or the skilled workforce that they need in order to do the job. So that's why we have all come together to partner to try to meet this need, to try to assess what the needs are, to implement things and put things in place to meet these needs, but in essence, to understand what it is that you, as the Virgin Island business community, what is it that your staff need in order to be skilled to do the job that you have assigned for them to do? So to start this off, we're going to talk about some of what the H. Lavity Stout Community College already offers. And some of these things are going to be presented here in this presentation given by the Dean of Workforce Training Division, Marva Wheatley Dawson. I think I hear footsteps. Yes, there she is. Thank you.
Good morning, all. Welcome. Welcome to the business stakeholders meeting between the Chamber of Commerce and the H. Lavity Stout Community College. I am Dean Marva Wheatley Dawson for the Workforce Training Division. And today I have some exciting pieces of information for you regarding the hard work that my team is doing here at the H. Lavity Stout Community College. I will just signal to change the slides. So our mission is to prepare students with marine, maritime, technical, hospitality, and customized training for professional and personal development to equip them with practical industry skills. Now, Ms. Kiaya just spoke about the skills that you are looking for in the industry because they may not always be readily available. And we just want to let you know that here at HLSCC, it is our desire to fill your training needs as much as we possibly can. So the Dean of Workforce Training, next slide, please. The Dean of Workforce Training oversees the credentialing of programs. Now, when we talk about the credentialing of programs, we say that a credential program defines the education requirements that a producer is required to meet in order to attain and maintain an education credential. And a credential program specifies the following, which is the types of producers that are eligible to fulfill the credential program. Now, our reason for going down the credential route is to say to you, our workforce business owners, is that when we train persons with a certain skill, it is to standards. We are training persons to industry standards that are recognized internationally. And you will notice here just 3 of the bodies that we work with for some of our programs. which is the Chartered Management Institute. We've run the Chartered Management Institute training here, which is more towards management and leadership training, level 3, level 5, and level 7, and that is based out of the United Kingdom. So when you are looking at professionals in the field, they are trained to that UK standards. We also have, for many years, since about 2005, run certified programs through the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency out of the UK, and that works very closely with our marine training. You maybe have heard about our STCW training program that prepares persons with the certification that they need as a seafarer. And newly is the National Council for Certified Education Research, NCCER. That is our newest accreditation for a program. Now, the college on the whole is accredited by the Middle States Commission on Higher Education, and that accredits the entire college. These credentialing bodies credentialize a program. We also look at developing new courses and programs. And out of our many talks with the business organizations, we've run short courses or courses for credits, and we see how we can bundle those courses to help the institution grow with new programs and courses. And also, we look at the quality and industry relevance of programs and career pathways. And also, I'm responsible for program advisory committees in my area. Now, our outreach is wide. Our training pathways look at solutions-based and non-credit professional education. For our solutions-based pathway, this is where you call us, we collaborate with you for short courses to help you meet a training need for a group of persons in your organization, or we can assist you with putting on seminars. We can design workshops for you. Our customized training unit is huge, though it's run by one person. We are also engaging in research, which is needs-based. That is coming strongly out of our Marine Studies unit as we are challenged to become a Marine Center of Excellence. And in our non-credit professional education, we offer certificates of completion, industry-recognized certifications such as those I showed you, and many more that you will learn about throughout this presentation. We are pushing certifications with as many of our programs as possible, and we offer modular offerings. So I'm just kind of breaking down in a nutshell what we offer. Now, we are moving in the modern direction, and we have shifted from our past focus where we had small cohort sizes and face-to-face learning, and you know the individuals are too busy, so our current focus is on blended or online learning, so we try to keep it as flexible and adaptable as much as possible. We have moved away from a single institution credit type of recognition to one of internationally recognized industry-specific certifications, okay? Now, I know we have a wide range of business professionals with us and listening on our Facebook Online. Just to let you know that although we are a small institution, we do a great job at meeting your needs. Just let us know, and that's the purpose of this meeting today. We also see persons shifting away from getting training for one's own knowledge to training for the organization. A number of organizations are looking at succession planning. And we are here to help you through with those organizational development needs. And just to let you know, most importantly, that we have shifted away from you having to leave from Carrot Bay or Beef Island to come to us with a need. We now have online access, a QR code. You'd notice a QR code on the invite for today. We offer those so you can do business with us as seamlessly as possible. So just letting you know a little bit more on our outreach is that the division provides that training and awareness for educational opportunities to industry professionals and community at large, which is the whole thrust of this gathering. Now, I recalled about 2 weeks ago when I met with Kiaya and 284 Media and Dr. Dawson, and CCHA said that this is a match made in heaven because there are so many industry needs. Everyone has been working in silos for too long, and we really embrace this partnership where we can learn more about your training needs and help to address those in a very meaningful way. Hence, you've noticed the outreach, which is our direct engagement with our target market. And coming up soon, earlier in the next year, we hope to work with you on a survey to gather information so you can inform us what you are looking for, and we can design those training needs to fit your specific training needs. Okay, now let me introduce you to our workforce training division. We have 5 units. There are the Center for Professional Development and Community Education. That unit is run by Ms. Veronique Forbes King. She could not be with us today. We have the Culinary Arts and Hospitality Studies unit. That unit is run by our director, Mrs. Keisha Davis Barnes, and she also is not with us today. Also, we have the Marine and Maritime Studies Division that's run by Ms. Susan Zalewski. Also with us that's functioning out of the Marine Center and the Workforce Training Division is the Robert Matavius Institute of Financial Services. Now, most of us know this to be FSI at HLSCC, and recently that unit has gone through change, and that unit is run by none other than Dr. Derry Hodge. Okay, Dr. Derry Hodge is with us. And we have our Technical Studies unit, and that unit is run by our Desmond Auguste, who's with us. So thank you guys for your hard work, and I will just talk a bit about what each unit does. So as you go through in your mind what your training needs are, you'd have some sense of where you can anchor your questions. Okay? All right. Now, the Center for Professional Development and Community Education, their mission is to develop and deliver training, career enhancement, personal enrichment, and continuing education courses, programs, and services to address the new, existing, and changing needs of employers within the public and private sectors, as well as clients within the BVI community. Now that sounds pretty broad, correct? And our outreach is huge. So right here, you're seeing a picture. This is our emergency medical training, EMT, where we train EMTs, and our EMTs are trained to certification that is standardized. And we are really proud of the hard work that they are doing, and that's done in collaboration with our BVI Health Services Authority. Now, CPDCE strives to align itself as a top contender that provides these opportunities that are enabling to persons to further their knowledge, skill set, and certification. So we have 2 main focuses. I'm going to talk about our customized trainings, and secondly, about our online programs. So right here on the screen, before I get there, I just want to let you know for our customized training, because we are outreaching to all these industries that you see here on the screen currently. I think you should be able to read them. For those listening, we are currently working with government, healthcare, law enforcement, Financial Services Commission. We do entrepreneurship training, hospitality, entertainment, recreation, and agriculture, and construction. Now, we customize to suit your specific needs. We will send out an assessment questionnaire to you that hones in and extrapolates the needed information to make the training fruitful, goal-oriented, hands-on, and beneficial to all who participate, whether it be from the director's level, managers, supervisory level, administrative, we train maintenance, employees, or your new employees. So our workload is wide. We are small, but we are powerful. Secondly, we offer short courses. Now, CPDCE runs a number of short courses for plumbing, carpentry, electrical. Microsoft Suite is huge. English as a second language. We have a lot of persons living among us that has a predominant Spanish, English-speaking, Spanish-speaking persons, and we need to help develop their English-speaking skills. We do that. Patient care technician training. Healthcare is one of our really large industries that we're serving. Safer building, annual training for police recruits to become officers with the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force, and our 5th cohort is in training right now at the Marine Center, and many, many other types of training that are too numerous to mention. Okay, you with me so far? All right. Now, let's look at our next slide. And here's where we're going to introduce our online learning. Now, Ed4 Career, how many of you have heard of Ed4 Career here at HLSCC, by a show of hands? Okay, I have some. Thanks, Carl, Dr. Dawson. Okay. Now, our online catalog of programs offer over 200 courses in various categories. And before I delve into what Ed4 Career offers, it is noteworthy to mention that CPDCE here at HLSCC and the University of the Virgin Islands, UNICEL, are the exclusive providers for Ed4 Career. The company that offers these courses with CPDCE have the rights to provide the courses regionally. So we are one of the exclusive providers here in the Caribbean. Now, Ed4 Career is approved as an accredited provider, which is by the International Association for Continuing Education and Training, that's with IACET. Therefore, they comply with the American National Standards Institute, and that standard is recognized internationally as a standard of good practice. So right on the top here is our healthcare and medical area. So persons who are interested in getting a certification, whether it's in medical technology, phlebotomy, the medical terminology, pharmacy technician training can be done right here. And whether you want to look at your dental office training. And the college is an authorized provider with Pearson VUE. Pearson VUE offers a gamut of certification exams, and students can write their external exams right here at HLSCC in our Learning Resource Center, which is right next door. So if you know of someone who was talking about going overseas to write one of those international exams through Pearson VUE, please contact Mr. Augustine at our LRC, and he can arrange to get that exam sent, and we can administer right here. No need to go off island. Fair enough? Okay. We also do a lot of work in business management, children education, green energy marketing, entrepreneurship, Microsoft, travel and hospitality. And this is just a few of the areas of training that Ed4 Career offers. And again, those training leads to an internationally recognized certificate. This is all online. The program offers tutors, so if you have a little tight spot, they can help you through. And we have the website right on the bottom there, hlscc.ed4career.com. Next slide, please. Okay, so with all these online courses, it is interesting to note that we can encourage you to give your employees a chance. Okay, there are opportunities for continuous development across disciplines, which I mentioned earlier are very wide. The courses come with rigor. They assist with solving problems and critical thinking. There's a mentor assigned to a program. And it's not just about knowledge. Those programs encourage persons to put into practice what they have learned. So the outcomes of the learning are strongly measured. And of course, there are advantages to online training because it aids towards career development, and folks are very busy, so it fits in their hectic lives. The courses are not expensive. They're cost efficient and affordable. And it helps to develop self-discipline. So these courses are for persons who are self-motivated, okay? So you see, we offer quite a number of pathways to help with training here in the BVI. And our next slide speaks to the professional certifying bodies that we are aligned with. So we spoke about the IACET, which is the approved provider for our Ed4 Career courses. Some of our courses are certified by the American Education Certification Association. IDEA International is one of those bold, out-of-the-box, critical thinking types of institution that really forces us to look at results. So they do a lot of project management and offers master's certificates, professional certifications, professional seminars in specific themes, internships, and study tours are among their offerings. With the Institute for Business Continuity Training, IBCT, you may have heard of the college offering some of these trainings in the past. They are linked to disaster management and other business continuity. Of course, some of that training had come into play as we dealt with the after effects of Hurricanes Irma and Maria, and the after effects as we're still going through dealing with COVID. So we must be vigilant and have a backup plan. My mom always talked to me about having another plan in case something doesn't work. So we bring that with a business perspective. Also certified is the National Career Certification Board. They certify a number of our Ed4 Career courses. Our emergency medical training course, the EMTs that are out there doing training right now, they're certified by the Caribbean Association of Fire Chiefs. So that's a certified program, and I talked about us being an authorized testing center with Pearson VUE. Okay, so as business owners, I just want you to agree with me that having a proficient employee will benefit your business output positively and effectively. And that is why we highly recommend the opportunities for continuous development to be sought so that individuals are afforded a chance to educate themselves through our online courses, which would prove beneficial in keeping them up to date with market demands. Okay? How are we doing so far? Okay, So the next unit I will speak about is culinary arts and hospitality studies. Now, I know this unit registers a bit more with you, and the mission is to exceed our students' expectations by providing a solid platform in hospitality and culinary arts through authentic learning experiences that are designed to allow our students to practice, demonstrate, and apply their skills in the tourism industry. Often you have been to functions here at HLSCC and have tasted the goodies of our culinary arts students. They are a delight, and right here is Miss Radiance Modeste, who is very active with her cooking, and our students are doing wonderful things in the community. One of them who recently graduated, I learned, is the personal chef to our governor. And so there are opportunities. Okay. Our culinary arts program is certified. I think I have CPDCE in there, and that is an oversight. These certifications are for our culinary arts and tourism hospitality training. And you would recall just last year, around this time when we were getting our territory ready for reopening from COVID, that all businesses had to go through some training for their Gold Seal Awards, remember? And the college was strongly affiliated with that. And during those times of training, we were able to certify 270 persons with one of the certifications listed here, the Certified Hospitality Server, which was either the front desk representative, the restaurant server. We certified a number of cooks, guest room attendants, and we didn't have much business from the maintenance employee, but that training is available. And those persons were certified through the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute. It's one of the organizations that I was trained through, as hotel restaurant management is my undergraduate area of study. We also offer certified guest services professional, certified hospitality department trainer, and a certification in hospitality. So there are a number of areas where you can assure that your employees are trained to industry standards. This is the best time for us to ensure that we raise the level of tourism to a high standard. The power is within you, our employers, and it's for our employees to take advantage of the training opportunities. Okay. Now I move on to the marine and maritime studies. Before I do so, I just want to let you know that the Culinary Arts and Hospitality Training Division offers short courses. We've had some wine making. I think that one got canceled due to COVID. They've done some tart making. There are a slew of training programs that would be available very soon. I think that COVID has really restricted us because our training lab seats 12 persons, and we would like our training to be as safe and also viable to us as well. So keep your ears out for further training from Culinary Arts. Our Marine and Maritime Studies unit is very, very vibrant here at HLSCC. So you would notice here on the top, we are seeing persons getting ready for the fire safety training for the STCW, which is Standards of Training, Certification, and Watchkeeping. It's training that's used for our seafarers, and there are 4 courses involved in that training. And also, we offer Caribbean Boat Masters, which looks at their grades 2, 3, the Maritime VHF, radar and navigation aids, and our very vibrant marine professional training, who is now going into their 4th cohort in January. And those students are trained with STCW training, Basic Keelboat Certification, RYA, which is the Royal Yacht Association, and ENIS as Essentials of Navigation, the ABYC training, which is the American Boating and Yacht Fundamentals, as we are trained to deliver the curriculum, and we do have certified advisors on staff, and those students also do swim and customer service. So you notice here, the students are being trained in how to do fiberglass. So we give them a little bit of a rounded experience, so when they leave here, they can move on as a marine hand person in our fields. Okay, next slide, please. Here we are showing our professional certifying bodies for our marine studies. So again, we have MCA, which is the body that certifies our STCW training, the British Virgin Islands Tourist Board. The Offshore Sailing School works very closely with us because our students need to learn how to sail and how to swim and save lives. So we offer them a certification through BVI Lifeguard, and we're really, really thankful to all of our external partners who work with us, particularly all local partners. We can't do a lot without them. On the next slide are some other professional certifications that we are actively seeking. Now, as I just mentioned earlier, we currently offer the ABYC curriculum, but we are seeking to become an ABYC Marine League school. This is just one step towards us growing into a maritime division of excellence. We want to be that school that differentiates itself in the Caribbean for maritime training. Okay, and so we have ABYC certified persons on staff and our logo for ABYC. And we are also seeking to become a recognized practical center for the Royal Yacht Association. We want to become a training center, and we are doing our very best exploring avenues so we can tap into that. You'll recognize that our yachting industry is a huge industry. There are many more beds at sea than they are on land, and there's a lot of movement on sea as much as there are on land. And so at HLSCC, we want to recognize the needs for those trainings, okay? Also, this is some fun part. Through our community education, we have put into place our mangrove nursery, and also we looking at climate resilience. So HLSCC has been aligning itself with the Blue Economy Roadmap. Now, I know that our Minister of Natural Resources has been working very closely with us. So in 2019, the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, and the government of the Virgin Islands drafted the Virgin Islands Strategic Blue Economy Roadmap. And this plan sets a course for the development of the marine and maritime sector in the BVI with emphasis on best environmental practices. And so this plan involves several areas for the Center of Applied Marine Studies, which includes building training and apprentice programs for the marine sector, which is through our MPT program, the establishment of the mangrove nursery, which is alive and well, and the use of the building for marine science research, which is an area that we are exploring. And so we are working on developing this plan for our community involvement. There's a lot going on at HLSCC, you will agree. You guys are the quietest audience out there. All right. You guys didn't realize we are doing so much. Now, let's talk about the H. Lavity Stout Community College Robert Matavius Institute for Financial Services. And the mission of this institute, and it operates right out of the Marine Center there, is to develop and deliver knowledge and skills through training, career enhancement, personal enrichment, continuing professional development, counseling, advisory, and consultancy services to support the human resource needs of the BVI financial jurisdiction. And yes, we've rebranded, so you're seeing the new temporary logo. So we will keep that in mind as we see Mr. Robert Matavius Institute. We know that it's referring to the Financial Services Institute here at HLSCC, which is very vibrant. And Dr. Derry Hodge does a fantastic job of getting persons interested in the division, and we applaud his efforts as we recognize that the financial services sector is one of the breadwinners here in these lovely Virgin Islands. So at the center, their strategy is to engage all levels, whether it's entry level, where we prepare persons for industry careers, and for centric introductory certifications. Now, this unit is heavy on industry recognized certifications. They also train at the middle level, which engages progression with the industry and globally recognized professional certifications, and at the master level, where thematic and specialist support is provided, and they work with industry associations like you and statutory bodies to ensure that all together the training for industry professionals are made available. Okay? Now, I know coming up soon, the Financial Services, the Robert Matavius Institute is planning to offer a FinTech certifications program, and as soon as Dr. Hodge is ready for that, he will provide more information. But we are reaching out in various corners of our industry to ensure that persons here in the BVI are given an opportunity to be trained in areas that were once very difficult for us to achieve because they were not available. So please help us spread the word. And the Robert Matavius Institute offers several professional certifications. And these are names that you recognize. That is the Chartered Governance Institute, the International Compliance Association, ACCA, which is the Association of Certified Chartered Accountants. So we encourage folks to think ahead. Now, I usually say to my students, we don't care where you do your associate's degree or your bachelor's degree, we just need it to be certified. So I'd like to encourage us to help change the script. Oftentimes we talk about, I got an associate degree or a bachelor's degree or a master's degree. And industries are saying, okay, cool, that's great. Do you have any certifications? So please, listening audience, do not bury your certifications, because that's going to be the new word. What certifications do you have? And so we at HLSCC are strongly pushing that pathway for persons to become certified. We are very familiar with STEP, and we have PHILS, which is a financial institute training. So our training is globally recognized from international professional bodies. So in case you folks don't know who HLSCC is, you can recognize these names around the world. And we provide competency standards. The truth is in the pudding. How well are our students doing? They're doing good. And we provide industry-focused BVI contextualized training so you can understand the language and the norms and what's happening here around these beautiful Virgin Islands. And last but not least is our technical studies unit. Now, the mission of this unit is to provide students with foundation knowledge and skills for further studies and for entry-level work placement. The program areas that are offered in this unit include automotive, construction, land surveying, architectural engineering, drawing, and electricity and electronics. Awards are the Certificate of Achievement and the Applied Associate Degree. So you'd see our students are getting dirty, okay, because we want our buildings to be done to standards. Now, the offerings are 7 associate degrees and there are 6 certificates of achievement. And while I'm here, might I add that our technical studies unit is undergoing change. We want to move to more hands-on learning opportunities for our students. And I'm going to say here, Dr. Georges, that we will soon build our new technical studies building, which will be designed to bring out the best in our training. They need their own space, and I welcome any donors or sponsors to assist us when we're going through. And I'm seeing our lovely Miss Yvonne Crabb sitting in the back. She's the person who we speak to for donors and sponsorships for our technical studies and other programs. Coming soon. I know we like coming soons. You would notice this big logo here. The National Council for Construction Education Research is our newest accreditation for construction. Now, NSAR covers about 70 different areas of training, and we want to get started in our certificate in construction training program, hopefully in the first quarter next year. And so we will encourage our construction persons to start contacting us, contact Mr. Desmond Auguste, as we will start putting information together for that program. Our disaster management program has been on hold for some time, and I do believe that we are in a hurricane zone, earthquake belt, COVID zone, and we want to ensure that our persons are specifically trained in disaster management, and we are undergoing talks because we want to align this program with another one of our certifying bodies so we can bring a strengthened program to you, our people. And our future goals is to offer apprenticeships and industry training. Some of this training has already been started in our certification on our credit programs, and we want to thank those lovely industry persons, particularly in auto and in other areas, who are working closely with Mr. Auguste to get those students trained with the industry skills. Okay? So altogether, you would see that the Workforce Training Division at the H. Lavity Stout Community College is doing a lot. We are making a degree of difference. Everything that we do, we're doing it out of love for our people, for our development. We are pushing our certification programs because we want our persons trained to standards. We just really thank you, the general public, those formal and informal partnerships that we have both local and abroad, for working with us to bring such a dynamic career pathway to you. And I want to thank you all for listening. Again, our persons are myself, I'm Dean Marva Wheatley Dawson for Workforce Training, Ms. Veronique Forbes King. She is on vacation and she couldn't be here with us. Ms. Keisha Davis Barnes is the Director of Culinary and Hospitality. Dr. Derry Hodge is the Director of the HLSCC Robert Matavius Institute for Financial Services. Ms. Susan Zalewski is the Director of Marine and Maritime, and Mr. Desmond Auguste, QS, he's a quantity surveyor. He's the head of technical studies. So I want to thank you for taking the time to come out to hear this presentation today. You have been a very quiet but attentive audience. I want to thank you, and I know that Ms. George will be coming to open up the floor for questions, and I'll do my best. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Dawson. So it was important for you to see what the college offers. Say why. I only heard like 3 of y'all. Thank you. I just need for y'all to participate a little bit because like she said, you were very, very quiet. So hopefully you're taking notes. But it was important for the college to go over what it is that they offer. If you already knew most of this stuff, raise your hand. If you already knew what they, did you say what I say? If you already knew that they offered all of this that she went over, raise your hand. Not you in the back. That's why it's important. Because if you recall, 2 weeks ago, we did a press conference with Dr. Dawson, Dean Dawson, the Chamber of Commerce, the Ministry of Education, and their PS and representatives, the Minister of Labor, their PS, and the Department of Labor head, to launch Education Labor Connect. And that is why we are doing an assessment of the needs, the skills that are needed to support our businesses. Now, part of that is the actual assessment part. So now we know what they currently offer, but we also need to know what the business community needs are so that they can offer some more, right? Because she just feels like they don't have enough to do already. That she wants to take every individual need. Is she looking at me? She wants to take every individual need and make sure that your business needs as it relates to your workforce skills are met. Because she's the dean, and that's what deans do. Okay? But seriously, we have a wonderful college here. And when we are not sending our children away, send them here. And there were a couple of things that she said to me that I know as a person in the IT field that's very, very, very important to me. One, it's hard for me to hire a fresh graduate in the IT field. Why? Because the field is huge. And if I hire you, I got to train you. But if you come with a certification, I know that you have had the hands-on and the instructional training to do one aspect of this humongous field. So one of the things that I've always told people under my tutelage when it comes to the IT profession is go for certifications. And I think she mentioned, and you could correct me if I got this wrong, but I was intently listening, although I was doing a whole bunch of other different things. But I think she mentioned that that's where things are moving to. She said correct. So that's where things are moving to. So no longer do our businesses have to send someone away to school for 2 to 4 years. Rather, get them certified in one aspect of what your business needs. And then if you find that there's another need, get them certified in that. I wholeheartedly believe in training my staff. In every position I've ever had where I had a training budget, my staff were trained. My assistant at the chamber, she's doing training tomorrow with me, but I just wholeheartedly believe in giving staff the skills that they may not have came with, because it only does better for our business. But I mentioned that there's an assessment part, and our representative of the Minister of Labor, which is the consultant, Dr. Carl Dawson, will be speaking about the Workforce Training Needs Assessment Survey that we are all working together to put together for you all to gather some more information. So remember, there are 3 prongs to this. There's this introduction here that we're doing today. We're going to start our focus group meetings on Thursday at 2:30. We're going to have our first focus group. And so that's more individualized, more intimate. And then the third prong is an actual survey. So I'd like to ask Dr. Dawson to come and, oh geez, he has on a blue shirt too. And I have been talking to this Dr. Dawson for so long. But this Dr. Dawson, who just came up the steps to just go over a little bit about the survey. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, I deserve a little better hand at that. I haven't discredited myself yet. Thank you, and I'll say a pleasant good afternoon to everyone who is with us in the auditorium today, as well as those who may be joining us online. I'd like to say a special word of welcome to one person in particular. Well, I see our president, Dr. George, is back there. Hi. And our board member, Mr. John Williams, because I know he's very enthusiastic about this initiative. We've had several meetings in his office as he sought to move it forward, and I don't know if that's Nakima I'm seeing there as well, nope. But thank you so for your initiative in trying to move this forward. When I was contracted as a consultant with the Ministry of Education earlier in this year, one of the things that the minister charged me with was trying to forge better connections between education and labor. How can we ensure that the needs of labor are being met by what is being produced in our educational system? We realized then that in addition to the programs to be offered, we realized that there were blocks or gaps in information that's being shared. Information being produced or even available in one area, but is not making its way over to other areas. So this project, what we call Education Labor Connect, is in large part about how do we go about gathering that information and ensure that it is shared with the right places. When it's shared with the right places, it means that businesses have better information about what's available as far as training needs for their employees, such as what was shared here this morning by Mrs. Wheatley Dawson. It also means that the educational institutions are going to be in a better position to be right on point as far as the programs that they offer, because as they know directly what the needs of industry are, then they can develop their programs to suit. So this initiative has several key stakeholders. Mrs. George mentioned them, I think, but I'll just go over. The Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth Affairs, Fisheries, and Agriculture. They also have the Ministry and Ministry of Natural Resources and Labor, but particularly the Department of Labor and Workforce Management. We have our industry partners, the BVI Chamber of Commerce and Hotel Association. We have our institutional partner in the H. Lavity Stout Community College. I'd also indicate that when we say the Ministry of Education, it also includes the representatives, of course, of the secondary schools throughout the territory. And we also have the support of the Central Statistics Office of the Government of the Virgin Islands. So as Mrs. Jackson George has said, we have three major initiatives that we are in the process of delivering on. Today was one where you had the opportunity to understand the vast offerings available at the H. Lavity Stout Community College, and we will be continuing with industry sector focus groups. We start this week and we'll be continuing in this year and early into next year, where we will be focusing and getting a little bit more direct information about the needs of various sectors. So if you see that notice, please respond so that we can have you involved as we gather this critical information. And then the third key initiative, which will be in the first quarter of next year, would be your online survey, which would be broader, which would allow us to reach more persons as we get more information to inform curriculum decisions and so on. The key thing for us as we engage in this initiative is to ensure that information that is needed is available. It is properly collected, it's properly collated, it's properly analyzed so that the appropriate decisions can be made. And there's no way that this is going to happen unless persons who have information, whether you consider yourself as a single business, your needs, when put together with the needs, understand the needs of everyone else, helps to inform decisions for institutions such as H. Lively South Community College. We will also, in that process, be, in the survey process, also understanding how the central role of the Labor Department, because the Labor Department is right at the nexus where persons come to the Labor Department who are seeking employment. Persons who need employees also have to pass through the Labor Department. And when we look at it, there's a lot of information that's there that right now we are not gathering and processing the right way. Labor, for instance, may hear from employers. These are the skill gaps. These are the things that you sent us 4 persons to interview, but guess what? These are the key areas that they seem to be lacking. That's information that's important for us to be able to put together to say to the college, look, we may need you to run this program or that program. I'll also briefly mention that as in 2016, there was a survey done, a major work, led by Dr. Brian Penn and Dr. Clarissa Lane and Mr. Raymond Phillips at the time, and later analyzed further by Dr. Patricia Johnson, where they looked at labor needs and looked at the skills needs in the territory. And while I'm not reporting on that at this time, certainly certain things, as you might expect, related to customer service and skills and so on, were some of the things that employers found to be the greatest areas of needs. So you will be receiving more information on the survey, and I ask you to continue to look closely at the email that you get from the Chamber of Commerce and Hotel Association, and take part. Because we're not only doing it just in the first quarter next year. What we're trying to do is build an ongoing system where information related to labor needs can be constantly collected and constantly distributed to those who need that to make decisions as far as your own businesses are concerned, and decisions as far as curricular offerings are concerned for institutions like the H. Lively South Community College, and indeed the entire education system here in the BVI. So I thank you for your attention, and I look forward to your continued cooperation.
I just want to say that Dr. Dawson has awakened you all. So to me, that hearty clap sounds like you're excited about this, yes? Yeah. So now is the time for Q&A. We have a mic here, and we have a mic here, and there should be a Roman mic for Dean Dawson, Dr. Dawson. Yes, you have your mic, Dr. Dawson?
Other than my natural mic.
So come forward if you have a question. I shall call you by name.
Pleasant good morning, everyone. Afternoon. Oh my gosh.
Good afternoon.
My name is Dawn Crabb Herbert. I'm the operations manager at Otland Heavy Equipment. It is indeed a pleasure to be here today. I want to say congratulations on an event that is greatly appreciated. I have a couple comments and questions. At Otland, we are interested in the technical side of the associations and the certifications. So, Mr. Desmond, I will be reaching out to you in very short order. I want to address where you spoke about the workforce training. And I want to give our acknowledgement and our agreement that this process is very important for the workforce training. At Otland, one of our challenges is we are very much interested in BVI landers. The BVI landers, we go through the Labor Department with their workforce training process. And the quality of employees that are sent to us does not meet our requirements. So one of the things we are doing moving forward is we are implementing that training process, and we will be using the college's platform to help us with that training process of the employees. We are very much interested in helping BV Islanders who don't have or even can't afford to invest in that training process once they have the right attitude. So they can reach out to us at Athlon, 440-3132. We're online.
440-3122.
And we are very much in the process of hiring new persons in the procurement area and training in the construction management area.
Hiring in procurement and
construction.
440-3122. 3122.
Also, another area that we're very much interested in is, I would like to know, with the meetings that you're planning to have, one of the greatest issues, the endeavor is great, but there comes a very big culture change that is going to have to come across with these endeavors. How do you intend to make sure that as you bring it, knowing that we need it, yes, we help to prepare through Hotel and Commerce.
Commerce and Hotel.
Well, Commerce and Hotel, I am sorry. How do we prepare our territory for this vast change that is so long desperately needed? Thank you.
Okay, one of the things that I have always been a champion for is communication. Number one, we are broadcasting this on Facebook. We're broadcasting this on YouTube. It's going to be shared in our weekly newsletter. It's also going to be shared on our Facebook page, the college Facebook page. You are here. Without the communication to let the businesses know that this is what we're doing and the benefits of it, it won't succeed. That's why I keep saying that we're doing it in 3 parts, and this is only the first part. The ideal, and that's why he mentioned the focus group, so that's why I mentioned the focus group, and then the survey. The ideal is to get as much participation as possible. Just this morning, as I was sharing this meeting session to some other businesses, one of the things that popped in my mind is we often complain about not having skilled workers. Well, let's be the solution. And let's not just talk about being a solution, but let's be the solution. So, Don, to answer your question, it takes an individual to change an individual's habits. What I like to do is drum it in your head. That's just me. But I would like for the business community to embrace this. I would like for the local community to embrace this. We just had someone come to the mic and say they're willing to train you. I must say my memory, I got a lot going on, so my memory isn't too good. So I could be wrong, but I want to say that's probably the first time I've heard a business say that for the year. And I just think that's awesome. Not only does she not want to import labor, she wants to hire what we already have here and train them. And I think that's admirable. But I really believe that showcasing that, letting them know what it is that we're doing, we're going to continue doing media sprees. We're going to just keep it out there until every business begins to see why they should be participating and saying exactly what their needs are. And I want to encourage even the smallest business. If you are an individual and you require a skill, like, for instance, I'm helping one business right now set up their financial records. They're fairly new. They're about maybe 4 or 5 months old. And they began to realize that they don't have a grasp on their financial records. I'm not an accountant. I just know how to do it. But as a Chamber of Commerce, it's our business to make your business better. So they're an individual. They need help. They came to the Chamber. I'm showing them how to do it. And it's just a start. So even if you are a sole person, a sole employee, self-employed, one person, two people, three people, identify what your needs are. Fill out the survey. And let us, each one of us, be the change that we really, really are dying to see. I hope that answered your question. Dr. Dawson, did you want to add something?
No, not at this time.
Dean Dawson, I don't see you, but are you, do you want to add something? Okay. Next question. Are y'all hungry? I mean, the food's there. It's not going anywhere. No more questions? Come on down, Don. We love you.
I don't want to dominate this afternoon, but I am so passionate
just stay at the mic.
I am so passionate about this initiative. I'm going to speak also on behalf of Recreation Trust, a statutory body under the government of the Virgin Islands, under Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth Affairs, Fisheries, and Agriculture. At Recreation, we also are taking up the initiative of, we want to say, first of all, thanks to government for approving the budget we asked for. Yay, government! And we're using that initiative to bring recreation and our facilities to the level that it should be. We have reached out to the college for training initiatives, and I want to say thanks to Ms. Forbes King for presenting to us the program that we're looking forward to for training. And our executive director, Mr. Huses Freeman, is going to be launching within the next coming weeks a whole list of job opportunities and training initiative for persons who don't have the necessary skills necessary, so that persons now can fit into our regime at Recreation Trust, so we can provide to the community the service and the facilities that we should be providing for now and for the future to come. Thank you.
So just an FYI to our listening audience out in the cyber world, Recreation and Trust will be looking to hire. Are there any other questions? Not seeing anyone but Don still standing up. I will go ahead and do the vote of thanks and adjourn this meeting. I would like to thank our partners, HLSCC, specifically Yvonne Crabb, Dean Dawson, Alicia Ham, and Veronique. She has another last name, but anyhow, Veronique Forbes King. I would like to say a grand thank you to John and his wife, Sonia Williams, for assisting with buying your lunch that you're about to eat, as well as Caribbean Insurer Limited. Your food today, your light bite and drink is provided to you by Maria's by the Sea. Thank you for that. I would like to give a warm, lovely hello and a smile to Dr. Dawson, who, I don't know, he kind of came in and the college and the chamber were meeting, and he came in and this became a lot more than we expected, but we're grateful for it, especially because government already had an initiative and we just fit right into what it is that they were doing. So thank you, Dr. Dawson. And I would like to thank my wonderful assistant, Shelly Richardson. Shelly, just let everybody see you. Nobody sees you. You didn't stand up. Y'all, she is a gem, and if you don't have a Shelly, get one, but not mine. And I'd like to thank myself. I have been your MC, your person on stage, your low-key comedian, Kiaya Jackson-George, the executive director of the Chamber of Commerce and Hotel Association. If you are not a member of this wonderful association, I highly encourage you to get on board, because whether you need something from us or not, there is power in numbers, and your membership dues help to keep our lights on. So if there's nothing else, I will adjourn this meeting at 12:33 p.m. Thank you. You still have time for lunch. We have a grab and go. It is already packaged up for you, and out to the left on the table, you should grab and go. Thank you. Oh, y'all like to clap.
How are you doing?
All right.
It was so thorough. You all didn't have any questions? It was really good. Girl, Bush and John, did I disappoint?